Okay, there you go.
Alright, Shalom, Shalom. Amaju Wampanya Hakona. Alright. Kahalayamla, Allahayanawa,
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim 𝐘𝐞𝐽.
Alright, Shalom, Shalom. Once again, I want to give double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom, Shalom to all you brothers out there teaching truth and sincerity. Shalom. Alright, for the Hebrew Israelites back out here once again. The prophet said the downfall of Esau's kingdom, and to bring remembrance of the children of Israel, which consists of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, to bring them back to our God, which is Yahweh. His true name is Yahweh. Alright, what this word English calls God. Alright, and God is just a title, meaning power. Every God has a name. Alright, and through our Lord Yahushua, is what this word English calls Jesus Christ. Alright, his true biblical name is Yahushua. His parents were Hebrew, and he was a Hebrew of the tribe of Judah. He spoke Hebrew. His name is in Hebrew. It's Yahushua, and his father's name is Yahweh. Alright? So Yahweh means he is, Yah means he, Hawa means to exist or to be. Alright? And Yahweh, so it's Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushua. Bahashim means in the name. Alright? Yahushua means Yah, means he. Yahushua means saves and delivers. All of this is in the ancient Hebrew tongue. The only tongue you could call upon with to those names that have power in it. You can't call it upon English, you can't call it upon Spanish, or any of the modern tongues nowadays. It's got to be ancient Hebrew, not the modern Hebrew, ancient Hebrew. Alright? And Lord willing that this kid says just edifying those you brothers out there, and you feel my sisters. You know, I don't remember about this all during this camp, we're going to speak more on prophecy. You know? And there's a lot of these quote bomb weathers that's appearing out of nowhere. As they keep saying it's seemingly out of nowhere and stuff like that. Especially hitting over there non-stop over there in California, man. Northern and Southern California. Southern California is getting massive amount of rains and floodings. And Northern California is getting constant blizzards. And all of this is coming from on high. And it's just going to gradually get worse. This is just a little snippet of it. It's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. To the point that people are going to start to become afraid of the next weather. They're afraid to look at the weather. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to read Psalms chapter 83. And all of this is according to prophecy. Because this land is exceedingly wicked. Alright? Filled with iniquities all the way to the heavens. Sins that piled up all the way to the heavens, man. And we were instructed, we as Israelites, knowing that you're Israelites, we were instructed to flee Babylon, Babylon the Great. And this is Babylon the Great. And how do you flee Babylon? That doesn't mean by taking a ticket and flying out of the country. It's by your entire mindset. And that's what Yahushua means by you being converted. You go into the word converted means to return back to. What are you returning back to? If you're an Israelite, you're returning back onto the laws, statutes, and commandments that were given by Yahweh through our forefathers. Started with Moses. Alright? And walk in the righteous, like the righteous men of old, to seek favor in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And Yahweh gave unto Yahushua the authority of a judge. So he's going to deem you in his eyes if you're worthy or not. And how do you become worthy in his eyes? You follow the way that he walks. You suffer the way that he did. And he will find you worthy. And a lot of you people, you don't want to follow law, statutes, and commandments. Because you already know that this world is oppressive. Even if you're in denial of it, it's oppressive. And following extra laws on top of that, righteous laws that were given from on high, from the Holy Father, you don't want to follow it. Because it's too hard for you. But we men that are servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we're going to suffer it. We're gonna go through it because we can see that it's worth at the end of the day. Knowing that the oppression of this world is nothing. It's nothing but a short time. We've been through much worse as a people, man. As Israelites. Even you two third, man. We've been through constant slavery. This is the seventh one. This is the final one. Constant slavery, man. And this is the worst one we've ever been in. Alright, so I'm gonna read them.
𝐞𝐽𝐶 35:16. He that served 𝐤𝐿𝐵 should be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds.
Yeah, that's why when you pray in the name of God and Jesus, there's no power in it. But if you seek the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son, just as the scriptures say, what is the Son? What is the Heavenly Father's name? Or what is the Son's name? If thou canst tell, you people don't got His name, and you are not seeking favor with the Heavenly Father, and your prayers are not being heard if you're calling upon God and Jesus. Those are not the God-given names. The angels in the spirits of the heavens, starting with the Father of spirits, they speak Hebrew. Remember that Adam spoke with the Heavenly Father. What language was he speaking? You know, he spoke Hebrew.
Yeah, I got it.
The prayer of the humble pierces the clouds until it comes nigh. He will not be comforted and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment.
Exactly, man. Because we don't see it worth it to not follow the laws, statutes, and commandments that were given from on high, and to enjoy the pleasures of this world. We don't see it worth it. We don't see it beneficial. You know, we rather endure and wait for Him to execute His judgment, his righteous judgment, man. And that's what indignation is. You know, righteous wrath. You got a precept?
Ecclesiastes.
Oh, you still got a little bit.
For the Lord, for 𝐤𝐿𝐵 will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them.
Yes, so when He's about to execute judgment, He isn't going to wait for them. He isn't going to wait for the ones that didn't turn to turn. The ones that didn't turn, they're already going to be accounted. They're going to be accounted with the wicked and be judged just as they are. You know, so you have a choice right now: walk the ways of this world, or return back unto the Heavenly Father and the Son. The Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, and His Son's name is 𝐤𝐿𝐵. All of this is the ancient Hebrew tongue. If you don't believe that, you can continue on your way. Alright? All we can do is explain to you and explain to you why those are the names, how those are the names. But if you still don't believe it, then that's on you. It's just not given to you to understand it. And He isn't going to have patience for you to understand it when the judgment is about to go forth and the door is about to close, you know, as we speak.
Check it. It's showtime.
𝐞𝐽𝐶 35:18. For 𝐤𝐿𝐵 will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till He has smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful, and repaid vengeance to the heathen.
The Heavenly Father's not going to be merciful. When judgment's about to be casted, man, He's not going to be merciful. And that's why, just as the scriptures say, the bodies are going to be laid out as dung. You know, it's going to be laid out as dung in the streets. As you see and walk on dog doodle on the sidewalk, it's just like, oh, you're going to see the dead bodies laid out on the streets. You know, and He's not biased. The Heavenly Father's not biased. He will kill men, women, children, and young and old. The Heavenly Father's not biased. When judgment's being cast forth, he's not merciful. So you seek mercy with the Father now through his Son Yahawashi.
Till he had taken away the multitude of the proud and broken the scepter of the unrighteous.
Yep.
Yeah, God, present.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 1 is, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, for the evil days come not.
Shout it out loud. Shout it out loud. Start over and start it out loud.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 1. It says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, no, I have no pleasure in them.
You can see this. You can see the signs of the times. Even if you're not reading the Bible, you can see what the events that's happening in the world as we speak. All right, you can tell it's not normal. You can tell it's not normal, man. The East Coast just got off a bomb cyclone of their own.
You got another one.
You know, and now the West Coast is getting a bomb cyclone of their own, and it's still hitting them, man. You know, you can tell this shit is not natural. This is judgment from on high. And you see this stuff in movies, and you laugh at it. But to see it before your eyes in real life, this is not a movie. Listen to the words of the prophets. This is not a movie. You see the side characters dying in the movies? You know? That could be you in real life. This is not a movie, man. Stop joking around. We're normal Joes just like every one of you people. We're men just like every one of you. There's nothing special about us. But what makes us different from you people and us is that we're seeking favor with our Father Yahweh through our Lord Yahawashi. That's the difference between us and you. So stop fucking around, man. You don't see these wacky-tacky Christians warning you of the times? You don't see them going in prophecy? You don't see them consistently coming out here every single week on the streets as it was prophesied the prophets would do? You don't see them lifting up their voices like a trumpet? They're not warning you that the ways that you're walking could kill you? So you determine. If you seem wise, if you call yourself wise, look at the foolishness of us and consider if what we're speaking is wisdom or not. Because this shit is bullshit, man. You people are hypocrites out here. Saying that you love the Most High, you love His Son, but you walk the ways of the wicked. And most of you people are smokers. You smoke cigarettes. You smoke weed. You people are hypocrites. You eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. You don't love the Most High. You know? He's the Holy Father. It's like loving your father. If you love your father, you're going to respect what he says. You know? And he instructed us to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And Yahawashi did the same. And you hated him for it. And you hate us for mentioning it.
I'm going to repeat it again. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 1. It says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. This is why the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain.
That's it? What's Satan to this world? They don't know what Satan means. You see how hypocritical our people are, man? You see how stupid our people are? You know? That was a
Ecclesiasticus 35 and 18. Once again. For Yahweh Shai will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he has smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful, and repay vengeance to the heathens, till he had taken away the multitude of the proud, and broken the scepter of the unrighteous, till he had rendered to every man according to his deeds, and to the works of men according to their devices, till he had judged the cause of his people, and made them to rejoice in his mercy.
Yep.
Mercy is seasonable in time of affliction, as clouds of rain in time of drought.
that's a good precept, yeah. You know, and the ones that don't seek mercy now, you know, they're gonna die on this side. They're gonna die on this side, and in the kingdom they're gonna rejoice, knowing that after they died, their past memories start coming back, and they go like, I'm pretty sure their jaws are gonna drop like that's what happened, and they're gonna start looking around like dumbfounded, like that's what happened, and they're gonna want to praise Yahweh 𝐸𝐴𝐻. You know, I can't wait to the kingdom. Like you're walking down the street, and yeah, there's gonna be streets in the kingdom, all paved with bricks, and gold. You know, walking down the streets of Yasharala, you see an ox, and you can say Shalom, and the brother said, "Well, Shalom back."
Don't worry.
You know, that's cool. That's cool to me because huh?
You don't have to worry about walking down the street with a turd on the ground and people waving guns.
Yeah,
everywhere.
and fucking smelling weed and shit. You ain't gonna see any of that.
Smelling sewer.
It's gonna be far better. It's gonna be like eternally better,
man.
Because it's gonna be like you see how Esau's kingdom is like in the burbs, in one of those encased should I say fenced neighborhood. You know, that one neighbor come out and say, "Hey neighbor, good morning. Good morning. I see you cutting grass there." Yes, so I am. You know, I'm having some barbecue in the back by the weekend. You want to come by? Yeah, sure. You know, and the kingdom's gonna be way better.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's not gonna sound even corny like this. You know,
Yeah.
Everybody in that kingdom is gonna feel like family.
it's gonna be like we just knew each other forever.
Yep.
It won't be fake like that.
And our people are going to rejoice, even though they can't visionize it now, even though they can't see it now. You know, they're going to see it in the kingdom. You know, after dying on this side, because they don't want to turn to Yahweh and Yahweh's blood still died for them. You know, they're not going to be eviscerated, their souls and everything. No, they're just going to die on this side, and they're going to come through the loins of the elect. You know, the 144,000 in the 1/3. Right? So, oh yeah, the precept, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me go quick. This is Amos 5 verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house.
Yeah, and the wacky techie Christians, they don't warn you of that. You know, they don't tell you that. You know, they have a whole different They have a whole different concept on the end, talking about rapture and stuff like that. There's no biblical passage or anything like that with the word rapture in it. There's no such thing as rapture. You know? There's redemption. You know? And what does redemption mean? What does it mean to redeem? It means to save. And who are you running from? You know? Who are you running from? Who's your enemies of this world? And they're going to say the devil. Who is the devil? And they can't answer that question. You know? They all have different thoughts on who it is. But the true biblical men of Yahweh, we all walk together and we all say the same thing. So we all know who the enemy is. You know? We all know who the enemy is. And we're going to be prophesied about it. We're going to be prophesying about it. Because how can a wacky-tacky Christian warn to somebody about something to come, about an enemy that's coming? Or an enemy that's about to come down upon them with great wrath, if they don't know who the enemy is? How can they be ready for it? Yo, shalom. Shalom, bro.
Dude, I was literally trying to find the scripture that he posted.
Oh, for real? You can read it. If you posted it.
This is Ecclesiastes 12 verse 1 from KDC. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
He literally, bro,
Wait.
he literally read that.
Oh,
Yeah, he literally read that.
Okay, we can bring it up again.
I was looking for that.
No, you can read the next.
Stuck in my head.
Read the next one. Thessalonians.
This is 1 Thessalonians 4 verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh. And the dead in the Mashiach shall rise first.
Yep.
Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord.
Yep. That's through the redemption through the way of the chariots, man. You know, Yahweh is going to deliver us through his vehicles, through the angels of Yahweh. You know, and we're all going to be gathered up all in the Father's dreadnought. I like to call it that. You know, the Father's dreadnought, man. So I'm gonna read the Psalms 83 and verse 1. I'm gonna just read down. It says, Psalms 83 verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel shall no more be in remembrance. It says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, and Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, and the Philistines, and the inhabitants of Tyre, with the inhabitants of Tyre, or Tyre. It says, Ashur also is joined with them, and they have hope unto the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, to Sisera, yeah, I think as to Jabin and the brook of Kison, which perished in Endor, and they became dung for the earth. Make their nobles of Orb and Zeib, yea, all their princes as Zebah and Zamuna, my gosh, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as a flame that setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid of thy storm. That's the main point I really wanted to get on there. You know, he's making them afraid of the storm of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And I just lost the page or whatever else I had. You know, he's making them afraid of it. You know, the constant storms that's happening in California. People are fearing for their lives. They don't know when they're going to get stuck in a flash flood. You know, or snowed in. You know, shit. And what happened over there in, I believe it was Buffalo? You know? People were being frozen to death. You know?
Bodies being falling
Yeah.
on the snow and everything.
Instant judgment, man. Instant judgment. You know? There was some, there was a, I forgot how the story went. I'm not gonna mention it because I forgot how the story went on that article, that news article, talking about the missing people in California, and the death toll keeps rising and stuff like that. Like something about his sister being like he didn't know where his sister wasn't answering any calls. Oh, and they finally found her.
Oh, and she got washed away.
Yeah, her car was in the ditch, and she was drowned in it. You know, she drowned in the ditch that was flooded. You know, you got a lot of judgment that's being casted out, and all of it's righteous judgment from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, judging the people of this earth. You know,
Not just
it's like, yeah, it's
random, like even random ass bug out people go over here. Killing
yeah,
us.
and it's not just here in America, man. It's happened on the four corners of the earth. Continuing, it says, fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. I think the other one was in Jeremiah. Somebody would read Jeremiah 16 and start at 11?
Oh yeah, I already had it.
Yeah, read it.
I had it on my phone. No, it's something like that.
It's
This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 11. It says, then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me.
shout it out. Shout it out.
It says, oh my gosh, it's lucky. Then shalt thou say unto me, because your fathers have forsaken me.
No, what? No, then thou shalt say unto them.
Oh yeah, it's lucky. It says, then shalt thou say unto them, because thy fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after our other gods, idols.
Walked after.
Yeah. And have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. It says, and ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me.
And that's still going about even to this day, man. You know, they got that do what they will spirit, that Edomite spirit, man. That's Edom's spirit. You know, that you forge your own future, do what you want. Every man has his own free will, things like that. That's Edom's philosophy, and you're drunken with it. You know, you're drunken with it, man. You can't see straight. You can't even logically think for yourself.
It says, therefore, will I cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor.
Yup. And that's referring to over here in Babylon the Great, ultimately, man. Because our fathers never knew this land. You know? Never knew it like that. In this land, Edom took it over into a tongue that we didn't even know. You know?
Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall... man, I am choking on my words. Lucky. That it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them.
Yep.
And I will bring them again unto the land that I give unto their fathers. Says, behold, I will send.
No, that was it. That was it.
That's in that salvation is going to
It says
dwarf.
16.
That salvation, that deliverance is going to dwarf compared to the what happened in Egypt. It's just going to dwarf that. This coming deliverance is
Yep.
going to be huge.
It's going to be the greatest, and it's going to be also be the greatest judgment that ever happened on the face of the earth. You know, it's going to be absolutely brutal out here, and right now it's just words. You know, it's just words, and it depends on whether you think it has an effect or not on you, whether it has an effect or not on you. But right now it's just words, but it's going to happen before your very eyes. You know, it's going to happen before your very eyes. And then when it happens, just as the scriptures say, then that thou shalt know that a prophet been among you. You know? Then you're going to know that a prophet's been among you. And we're warning you this. We're telling you to seek 𝐤𝐿𝐴 now. Before all of that stuff happens. Just as we are. Do what we're doing. You know? But no, you wanna call yourself bywords given by the enemy.
Yo.
You know? Yeah, you can read that before you continue.
Give me a second. This is small. So. This is Romans 3, verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect?
This is God forbid.
Oh yeah, that's like God forbid.
Yeah, there you go. You know, I think it continues.
Yeah,
just a little more.
it continues. Yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings.
Thou shalt be justified in thy sayings. And why? Because it's going to come to pass. It is going to come to pass. And you're going to be justified in your sayings, so the people are going to witness it before their very eyes and know who the true prophets are, man. And we're warning you this, man. And as I keep saying many kids, we're not being paid for this. We don't got no tax exemption. The 501c3. You know? We don't get constant donations. We don't get any of that stuff, man. We're your normal Joe. You know, we come out here in our free time. You know? We come out here in our time and we do this work. You know? And we'll warn you people, man. And you don't want to listen. You look at us. We look like fools to you people, man. We look like fools to you people. I don't got the most beautiful way of speaking. I don't got that eloquent way of speaking. You know, as these dudes with that certain craftiness in these wacky-tacky churches, man, with the multitude of people around a giant stage. You know, we don't got that type of thing. Like that. And this is not enough to convince you people. It's just we're your noble Joe. That means extra that you don't want to listen to us because you deem us as stupid as you are. Oh, that was it.
No.
Oh, that was not.
Yeah, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Yep. Yep.
But if our unrighteousness commend the righteousness of Yahweh, what shall we say? Is Yahweh unrighteous who taketh vengeance? I speak as a man.
Yeah. Is he unrighteous because he's taking vengeance? Is the Heavenly Father unrighteous because he's taking vengeance upon the people which he wants to have revenge on? You know, that's not unrighteous, man. That's justice. You know.
That's what we get. We get a lot of our people. You know, and you know, minus the heathen, because the heathen says the same thing. But let's focus on our people, because their mindset is destroyed anyways. You know, for lack of knowledge. When things happen, they say, "Why, Lord? Why you taking from me? Why you do this to me? You know, why you let all these evil happen?" You know, that Yahweh is doing his justice.
Yep.
That's what he's doing.
Yep.
You know, he's doing what he says he's gonna do. You know, and he already explained through the scriptures why he's doing it. Why this go like this, and why people die in this side, or why this person got hit. You know, brutal judgment. You know, pretty much.
Yep.
You know,
the scriptures answers it, man. And I just want to mention as well, they want to serve Edom, and they want to serve Edom, and they want to save Edom. You know, they don't want the Heavenly Father to have indignation upon him. They want him to be saved too.
After everything.
But after everything that happened, right? You know how that reminds me of? It's like you're saying that you want to save Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Have mercy upon him. Don't kill him.
The most hated character.
The most hated character.
Then no matter how many times he gets forgiven, he still do some more mischief.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's like you're saying that. Do you like Joffrey? You like Joffrey? Like that's your favorite character? Like, dude. You know, that's how Edom is, man. He's a tyrant.
Joffrey's not the only one. There was this other dude, what's his name? Torture dude.
Starts with an R. Randy. Yeah. Was it Randy? Randy Bolton? Something like that. Yeah. You know, and it's like you saying that you like that character. You know, that's how Edom is. It's like a merge between that character and Joffrey. You know, a fucking tyrant, a brutal tyrant, a wicked and evil ass tyrant. You know. Oh, shalom. You know, Yahweh should be our sharp rakatam to all you brothers in the cupboard. Shalom. Oh, I know what you're trying to get.
Yeah.
There it is. Here.
That's and the thing about it. Jake just want Esau to get saved. You know, and no matter how much Esau had done so much, to our people. You know,
Our people are literally sheep. They're literally sheep. They're like following. They're literally following Edom to the side. He's like, oh, don't worry, you're my favorite sheep. He's like leading you to the slaughter.
Esau treat us like dogs. It's like a dog getting kicked, but the dog still come back to him because he's loyal. See what I mean? That's what's wrong with Jake. Esau treats Jake like dog, and Jake likes it.
Yeah, because he gets the treats. He wants some treats.
Yeah, because Jake's love the crumbs.
Yep.
Loves the crumbs of the devil.
Like to eat under the table.
This is Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10.
Do anything.
A righteous man regarded the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
Yep. Yep. Man, you can see that shit, man. I remember seeing a video clip of a dude that didn't want kittens or whatever. And he started throwing them into the river. He just put them in a bag. He didn't even take the kitten by itself. He put it in a bag, you know, and tossed it into the river. You know, there were some other ones like eat them children, put in a firecracker in a dog's mouth. You know, and it exposed the whole dog's face up. You know, and the dog looks fucked up now. Still alive. Didn't even put it out of its misery.
There were videos eat them. Whether it be a young kid or whatever, put a kitten in the microwave.
Yo, man, Edom's gotta go. He's gotta fucking go, man.
Dude, it's all Edom who fucking does that.
He had fun destroying things. You know. He wants to explore every little thing, poke it.
And you know, it's not just Edom. You know, our people are learning from Edom. Our people are fucked up too. You know, Edom's just the forefront of it. Our people, 2/3 of our people gotta go too, man. They wanna be joint heirs with Edom. They're gonna be joint heirs in destruction, man. Cause all you wicked ass people are wicked as hell, man. And you, what's funny is that even a poor man, you know, you see this world is wicked as heck, man. The poor is oppressed. You know, you see a poor man, if you know a blizzard is coming, you ain't even gonna offer him a fucking shelter. You know, knowing that you have an extra space. You know.
Yo,
need it, huh?
Brothers first and precepts in the gun, brother.
All right.
This is Psalms 19:9. Shadow thy wings. The fear of Yahweh is clean, enduring forever. The judgment of Yahweh are true and righteous altogether.
Yep. So when you see judgment happen, even if it's brutal or anything like that, like people die brutally and everything like that, all it is righteous judgment. You don't know what they did in their past life, man. But if they're judged in such a manner, you know it was a righteous judgment. Because that's not murder. You know? That's not murder. That person was killed for the fact that that what they done in their past life. You know? Or if they done it in this life. Even that.
2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Once again from Channel Thy Wings. Seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh Bashan Shai to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And to you who are troubled, rest with us when Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
Yeah, man. That's what we're gonna lay our rest. We're gonna lay our rest on Yahweh Shai. You know, because he puts us at ease, and when he appears, you know, we already know we're gonna be a full at peace. You know, when Yahweh Shai appears in the midst of the destruction everywhere, and you kind of feel down, like you feel kind of oppressed by the destruction that's happening at every corner during that moment. And when Yahweh Shai comes down, you feel warmth. That's it. Now I can get out of this atmosphere, this you know, this kind of the surroundings and everything, man. Yeah.
In the flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh, and they obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Yep. Yep. That's a good precept. That's a good precept. Let's continue with Jeremiah. or 16?
This is Jeremiah chapter 16. This is Jeremiah chapter 16 verse 60. This is, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and every hill and out of every hole of the rocks.
Yep.
This is for my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes.
Yep.
And first, I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double. And because they have defiled my land, they shall have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of the
Detestable.
detestable.
That's just like disgusting. It's to say, that's just a strong word for disgusting.
And the detestable and their abominable things.
Yep. And they're over there in our land as we speak, man. You know, that's Edom over there in our land. From the tribe of Amalek. You know, those dudes are nasty, man. They are nasty. You know, the biggest gay parade over there, man. They're the nastiest people in the. Edom is just nasty.
Now they got gay, what is that? Gay rabbis.
Shit. Oh, and female rabbis. Which we brothers just found out recently.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
Now that's the thing now?
Yeah, like, wait. I remember when that interview happened. All the brothers are like, wait a minute. First of all, why the hell did she look super? That was just beside the point, but the brothers mentioned it anyways. First of all, why the hell did she look super Asian? And second of all, why is it a woman? Why is it a woman rabbi? That don't make no sense.
Oh, that confusion, man.
Yeah, fucking weird. Edom's just weird, Stan. Continue, bro.
This is, O Lord, my strength and my
Yahweh. His name is
O Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge. In the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Finally, by mind cat.
Continue next.
This is, shall the man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods? Therefore, behold, I will. We're gonna get it.
Yo, say that again, Baba Shot.
Verse 20, right?
Yeah.
It says, shall a man make gods unto himself, and there are no gods?
If they are no gods, shall a man make a god unto himself, and they're not, and they are no gods? They're not a god. You know, the ones that they create. You know, consider Baba Shot.
This is therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know.
He says, I would this once cause them
to know. I will cause them to know my hand and my might.
He will cause them to know his hand and his might.
And they,
you know, and ultimately, if you want to get down spiritually, that hand is referring there as Yahweh Shai. You know, that's his right hand, the right arm of Yahweh.
And they shall know that my name is Yahweh.
And they shall know that my name is Yahweh. You know, he shall be known as the only living God on earth, man. And everybody shall know Yahweh Shai. You know, everybody's gonna know Yahweh, and everybody's gonna know Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai is coming in the glory of the Father.
Yup.
You know,
he's coming to bring it known that there's only one living God, that there's only one living power, and that is Yahweh. not God, not just God, not Jehovah, not Yahweh, not Yahuwah, Yahweh. Oh, let me get up.
I apply so many different names without proper research. You know, it's especially our people. You know, they can't even do a simple homework. You know, they just go by hearsay, and they just wanna go along with it and start calling it how their pastor refer the name as.
Let's see if we can start at Let me start at 15. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11, verse 15. It says, "But for the foolish devices of their wickedness, wherewith being deceived, they worship serpents void of reason, vile beasts, and thou didst send them a multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them for vengeance, that they might know that withal a man sinneth, by the same also shall he be punished. For thy almighty hand, thy that made the world a matter without form, which did not means to send among them a multitude of bears and fierce lions, or an unknown wild beasts full of rage, newly created and breathing out either a fury vapor or a fearful sense of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes, whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. Yea, and without these being, they have fallen down with one blast, being persecuted of vengeance, and scattered abroad through the breath of thy power. But thou hast ordered all things in measure and number in ways. For thou canst show thy strength at all times when thou wilt. Who may withstand the power of thine arm? Also, I want to get there it is. I want to get this too. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 1. But thou, O Yahweh, art gracious and true, long-suffering and in mercy, ordering all things. It says, for if we sin, we are thine. Knowing thy power, we will not sin, knowing that we are counted thine. For to know thee is perfect righteousness. Yea, to know thy power is the root of immortality. For neither did the mischievous inventions of men deceive us, nor the image spotted with diverse colors, the painter's fruitless labor. It says, the sight whereof entices fools to lust after it. And so they desire the form of a dead image that had no breath. Both they that make them, and they that desire them, and they that worship them, are the lovers of evil things, and are worthy to have such things to trust upon. For the potter's tempering soft earth, fashioned every vessel with much labor of our service. Yea, of the same clay, he maketh the vessels that serve the clean uses, likewise also such as to serve the contrary. But what is the use of either sort? The potter himself is the judge. Right? And employing his labors loose, he maketh a vain god of the same clay, even he which a little before was made of earth himself, and within a little while after returned to the same, out of which he was taken when his life was lent to him, shall be demanded. Shit, dude. You know? Continue a little more. Notwithstanding his cares, notwithstanding his cares, not that he shall have much labor, know that his life is short, but strive to excel the goldsmiths and silversmiths, and endeavor to do the like of the workers in brass, and encounter it with glory to make counterfeit things. His heart is ashes, and his hope is more vile than the earth. His life is of less value than clay, for as much as he knew not his maker, and him that inspired him into an active soul and breathed living thing. I might as well just continue that. It says, but they counted their but they counted all life a pastime, and all time here a market for gains. For say they, we must be getting every way it by evil means. For this man that is earthly matter maketh brittle vessels and graven images, knows himself to offend above all others. In all the enemies of thy people that hold them in subjection are most fools and are most miserable than the very babes. For they counted all the idols of the heathen to be gods, which neither had use of the eyes to see, nor noses to draw breath, nor ears to hear, nor fingers of hands to handle, as for their feet, they are slow to go. They're slow to go.
Too slow.
Too slow. Shit. For man made them, and he that had borrowed his own spirit fashioned them. But no man can make a guide like unto himself. For being immortal, he worketh the dead things with wicked hands. For he himself better than the things which he had worshipped. Whereas he liveth, but they never. Whereas he liveth, but they never. See, he lives with the guy that he created with the hands, with the same clay that he creates other things with. You know, that doesn't live. You know, that's a vain ass man. And he's worshiping an image that he created himself. You know, that's why Solomon's saying that type of man is foolish and vain and stupid. Worshiping an image which he himself created, and not worshiping the creator of whom given him life. Because why don't they ask themselves this? If they die, where do they go? They're atheists. They believe in a higher power deep down in their heart, knowing that when they die, they go somewhere. They go somewhere, and that's why even atheists are afraid to die. You know?
It's a spirit. They're not gonna go like I'm not afraid to die. They're gonna the biggest fear is death. And what goes death is just a transition, because it's gonna go somewhere.
Yep, your soul goes somewhere, man. You got consciousness somehow. You came into the world somehow. You know? And you atheists, yo. You know, our people are just the same, man. The ones that don't know Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. You know? All of you know that what we're saying may even be true in your ears. But you just don't want to believe it. And it is 100% true. You just don't want to believe it, man. It's not shouting, that's the verse. You know? Continuing with this. It says, yea, they worship those beasts also that are most hateful, for being compared together, some are worse than others. I'm sorry, let me repeat that again. They worship those beasts also that are most hateful. So they create certain idols in the form of different beasts that are hated. But if you compare it, there's some idols that they create that are worse than the other beasts. Like, man, it says neither are they beautiful so much as they are desired in respect of beasts, but they went without praise of Yahweh and his blessing. You know? And you know what's really weird about our people? Really stupid about our people? They create graven images, stupid images of beasts, you know, and worship them as gods. And there's no beauty of it. And when Yahweh Shah came about, knowing the prophecy that there's no beauty in him, they didn't worship Yahweh Shah.
They want something glowing, shiny, out in the open, because you know it's the mindset of this world. It's the same mindset like when they see a celebrity. The celebrity is well known. The celebrity they can speak the most stupidest shit, the most dumbest comment, and the masses. Our people are just gonna go like, yeah, he said that we should sharpen our pencils where the eraser's at, not where the point is at. That kind of thing. Hey, that's Joe. That's a celebrity. He said that was good. That's what we gotta do. You know, and that's the problem.
I watched the video.
That's the words of a rich man.
Yeah, I watched the video about celebrity on the stage. You can see all the people reaching out, crying. Some are fainting. I'm like, damn.
Yo, what the fuck, man?
Like, what is wrong with this?
And those are people who could die just like us.
Exactly.
You know, just like that one movie, I'm pretty sure we could kill him. You know?
Batman to Superman.
It's just flesh, bone and flesh. That's all it is, celebrities. You know, and then when they die, they want to make a memorial or whatever. But at the end of the day, they just mortals.
Yep. Why am I going page speed?
$200 mensuales de nuestra propia
That's something in Daniel chapter 5, verse 23. You see it? Thou hast lifted up thyself against Yahweh of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before thee. And thou and thy lords and thy wives and thy concubines have drunk wine in them. And thou hast praised the gods of silver and gold, of brass, iron, wood, and stone, which see not, nor hear, nor know, and the God in whose hand thy breath is.
Yep, he's the one who gave you the breath, man. He gave you breath to breathe.
In whose are all thy ways hast thou not glorified.
Man, every time I think about it, I'm like, how the hell are you breathing? Who gave you the ability? Who allowed your body to live? To pump blood as your heart beats? Who gave you the ability to breathe in and out? Who gave you the ability to thought?
Who created the most complicated human brain, which the scientists can't even figure out?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a good point too. You know, and they say, when I keep seeing some YouTube videos saying that the human body is complex, and I saw like a hand that says the complexity of the human hand. I'm like, dang. You know, this body's an artwork in itself. A lot of things that Edom doesn't even know. Edom explores the hell out of the body.
They got science shows like whether it be on TV, what is it, the Learning Channel or Discovery or whatever, or what the kids get taught in school. And they call the human body is, what is it, the human machine. You know?
There's an Esau can't escape from it, Paul. Everything has to, everything was created. Even that theory that he says how the universe was created, the Big Bang, turns out that Big Bang was created by something.
Yo,
yeah, there's no Big Bang like that. That's a theory from what's his name? The dude on the chair. I forgot his name.
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Dude,
But
Big Bang.
yo,
It's a theory.
I remember I was reading before that we have cells in our bodies that's called 144 cells, and those cells are immortal and can't die. Those specific cells, 144 cells.
Yeah, wait. There was also one that there was a certain signature on each one.
I think I know what you're talking
I
about.
forgot what it was, but when you put it in, if you put it in letters, the code it always ends with YH and WH.
It's a Lord's signature in our DNA.
Yeah, that's what I was like thinking. Like when I first saw that video, it's like an artist put his signature on their artwork, so you know who it is, who made it. I got this.
This is another one from Isaiah 45 and 20. Assemble yourselves and come draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations. They have no knowledge that set up the wood of the graven image and pray unto a God that cannot save.
There was a certain scripture. I can't remember how it went, but it was like when I think the Lord knocked down the statue. Yeah, knocked down the idol, and he was like, "Watch, see if he gets back up." Yeah, it was something like that. It's like, watch, let's see if he get back up. You see him move his hands and lift himself back up. Now idol stayed on the ground. I think it was either the wicked Israelites during that time or one of the heathens, but I'm not entirely sure. I was worshiping the idol. But you know, then they realized that it wasn't a god after all. Yeah, man, our people are stupid as heck, man. I want to get this real quick. This is 𝐤𝐶𝐽𝐻apter 34, verse 1. It says, the hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools. Whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catches a shadow and follows after the wind. Visions of the dream is a resemblance of one to another, even a likeness of face to face. I think that was it there. It was more on first verse, second verse.
This is the truth. Don't worry. This is the truth. It doesn't have prophecies that come fast.
I'm deciding if I should read 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Yeah, I'll read a little bit of chapter 15. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh, and cause to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the earth, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole thing of wickedness, which they profanely commit. That's through the way of worshiping the idols, especially following the way of Esau's philosophy. You know, it says that he shall hold his tongue no more as touching the wickedness. You know? You say profanely commit, neither will I suffer them those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. and the souls of the just complain continually. Therefore saith Yahweh, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people are led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And that Egypt is not referring to the Egypt that we were delivered out the first time. It's referring to Sodom and Egypt, man. Babylon the Great, that golden city. And that's over here in America, man.
That's why he said he's going to smite Egypt
with as the plagues as before. And Egypt, and the word Egypt means bondage. You know, it's a place of slavery, man.
This place is called spiritual Sodom in Egypt.
Yep.
You know, and it has multiple other names that goes with it, because this kingdom, there's a reason why it's called Babylon.
Empire, New Roman Empire. You know, you got
the Greco-Roman Empire, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom, ancient Babylon, pretty much. Ancient Babylon,
the great whore, the daughter of Babylon. You know, all these type of names, all these names.
It has all these philosophies all mixed into one. It's all.
Yep, it's got you got the customs of Sodom and Gomorrah. You got the customs of Egypt. You got the customs of the Roman Empire. You got the customs of the Greek Empire. You know, you got the customs of the Babylonian Empire. You know, all these type of things.
So like it has a byword in its own kingdom too. They call it the Great Melting Pot. This is the Great Melting Pot here.
Yeah, this is it, man. That's what Babylon is.
You know, and it's gonna be melting. Like because the Lord is coming right here. Who don't heed to this word, He's just gonna leave them to melt.
This is the land of confusion, man.
It has all these names that it condemns this kingdom. Because it pretty much made a title of itself, of what it does, how it became to be, where is it going with it, because it's trying to push that grain of rice on the hands, on the heads.
I'll continue with this. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail and the fearful consolation. And you can see that happening right now, man. You know? You can see that happening, man. And all the way right to that it just keeps going. It just keeps going, man. And Apostle Tahar named this year the hopeful. It's a long ass title. The hopeful year that all the prophecies shall be fulfilled. And all the way right to that Esau pushes out the MOTV this year, man. And why do we hope that? Because that's a big prophecy that must come to pass before our Lord Yahweh Shai comes back, man. I don't want Yahweh Shai. I don't want Yahweh Shai. You know? Oh Lord Yahweh Shai. This is that, Lord willing, that is this year. You know? Yeah. And I don't want to decide that we get to see the kingdom in a couple of years, man. We get delivered up in Lord willing, that we get delivered up either this year, next year, or anything, man. Anything that is soon. You know? And then we can stop thinking about this damn kingdom, man. Damn. And remember what Yahweh Shai said, when all these things come to pass, then look up, for your redemption is nigh. And when shit hits the fan and everything like that, I'm pretty sure all the brothers' eyes are going to be glued in the sky to keep on the lookout. You know, for the chariots. And I can't wait for the day where we get to see the chariots instead of just being a dot in the sky going across the sky and then fading away. I'm going to see up close and personal, man.
to us is a great salvation, and to them it's going to be a huge curse.
It's a huge curse, man.
You know?
Remember this, and that's the plague that should go over the face of the earth. That curse of the earth, man. It's these chariots, the so-called UFOs. People laugh at us every time we say it. You know?
That's why a lot of things is not going in the favor of this wicked right now, because the tables are turning. It's like this one in the movie. It was a movie Predator 2. There were other movies like similar. It had that similar scene when the dude is doing some kind of enchantment, witchcraft, and he's trying to land the bones. He's doing some shit like trying to predict the future or whatever. He landing the bones, he's still landing the same way, but somehow it's pointing in his direction. He can't change it. He just sees something like this is not good. It's not going in his favor. And then he see the predator just landed. It's just coming towards. And he's like shaking. And it's still landing the same way. And it's not looking good for him. So he's just getting ready, like trying to fight it. And next you know, predator just leaving with his head. You know, that was the next scene. It didn't show how it happened. Just leaving with his head.
Not much of a fight.
No, it wasn't much of a fight. You know,
do you have a weapon or anything? I thought predators don't attack people unless they have a weapon.
No, because the dude, he took out like some kind of blade or whatever. He was going to fight him. But the thing about it, even though the dude was a Jake, that was playing a Benjamin, but the whole concept of it is that Esau knows that his time is short, and he's trying so hard to see if he can tweak things here and there. But no matter what he does, he's just fulfilling prophecy. That's all he's doing.
Oh my gosh. Continuing with this, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. This is why we're not gonna be dwelling in the midst of this damn world, man. We're gonna be dwelling with our refuge, in our refuge, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi. You know? Oh my gosh! That look like Liu Kang.
It's Liu Kang on a dress, man.
It's Liu Kang with a fucking dress, with a skirt and boots.
Nobody.
Yo, you guys didn't see that.
Yeah,
You guys didn't see that. It's literally, Liu Kang walked across us with a dress.
What?
Yo, what the hell? It looked like No, it didn't look like Liu Kang or maybe Shang Tsung.
I'm happy.
You know, he looked like he got the eyes that look at you like you're so smart.
He kind of looks like
No, he gave me either Liu Kang or Shang Tsung.
I can't. Nobody wants to see
Younger Shang Tsung.
Nobody wants to see that bicycle kid.
He had his hair back like that. Yeah? He had his hair back, like slick back, that long hair, like Shang Tsung.
Yeah, that's Shang Tsung.
Yo, what the fuck?
You guys missed the
Nick's character in Mortal Kombat.
Fag Pink Panther walked past.
Pink
He was
Panther?
wearing all pink.
Oh yeah. Wait, what that was just recently?
He went that.
That was like 10 minutes ago.
about like 7 minutes. Or like 50.
You know, that's actually the spirit though. How we read that precept. You know, this is spirit how we read that precept. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein," and then we got fucking, we got Shang Tsung, walking past with a dress.
You know, that could be Shang Tsung. You know what? And to put it this way, because Shang Tsung can impersonate Liu Kang, impersonate with these other characters.
Oh shit! Oh my gosh! I see why the outer world, the outer world wants to conquer this place. Like, damn.
Why they
Earth, bro.
Outward is pretty much.
The outworld.
Outward is just a mirror image of Babylon, pretty much. In the sense,
You see, like, mirror image, like,
it's a
shit.
spiritual image. This is outward.
Yeah, this is outworld, man. This is out of the, yo.
Because you see
This is out of this world, man.
You see Tarketans with mascara on.
Those the rocket looking dudes?
Yeah, those are Tarketans.
Oh hell no!
Did you see Baraka looking dudes with makeup on?
Hell, yo, got makeup on. You can't even close his damn lips.
Looking like a bunch of Melinas.
Yo, he don't even got lips. Dudes don't even got lips. Put lipstick on there, put it on the edges. Put it on the edges of their mouth.
Plastic surgery.
You want to stuff, you want to stuff. Look at us, man. To this world, we look like clowns. And you know what? So what? So what? We look like what? Sub-Zero.
Yeah, that's cool.
Scorpion.
That's cool.
And pretty much, in this part of the series, they've been turned into spiritual vengeance, pretty much.
Yeah, that's cool. I'd rather be that. I'd rather be that than looking like a gang Shang Tsung, man.
Shit.
Damn. Continuing, it says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions to stand in their power." That was basically it there. I'm gonna start at second Ezra chapter 16 verse 36. It says, "Behold the word of Yahweh, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom Yahweh spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. And when a woman with a child is in the 9th month bringing forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And the world shall mourn, and the sorrows shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as one that fleeth away. He that buyeth, as one that will lose. He that occupieth the merchandise, as he that will have no profit by it. He that buildeth, as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth, as he that should not reap. So also he that planted the vineyard, as he that gathered not the grapes, that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry, as they had no as they that shall not get no children, and they that marry not, as the widows. And therefore they that labor in vain. For strangers shall reap their fruits, spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, take their children captives. For in captivity and in famine shall they get children. Damn! In captivity and in famine shall they get children. You know, and remember how the scriptures always talk about them. They're soddening their children. And what does it mean by soddening? It means by boiling them, by cooking them. You know,
making stew.
Yep.
Making kitty stew.
And that's gonna happen again. You see how women are with their children nowadays, man. Talking about women power and everything like that. They don't give two craps about their children. You know? And when famine hits, and they want to choose either their stomach or protecting their child, they're gonna choose their stomach. And they're gonna have this kind of delusional mindset saying, I'm gonna put the child out of their misery by cooking them. By killing and cooking them.
They're gonna try to find an excuse to fill their belly.
Yep.
Because they can't resist. And the thing about hunger
hunger is horrible, man.
You know what?
And I believe it was the book of Josephus. I believe was talking about during the a little bit. Was it during? I think it was like during the Roman Empire. There was a famine that was happening, a massive famine and a drought. You know, and during that time, people were going AWOL with wanting to eat. They had nowhere to eat. All the grass was all dried up. You know, all yellow and all dead. You know, I believe there was no water or whatever. You know, and no food. You know, and there was people selling ass heads, which is donkey, I believe it was. Oh, it was either that or lamb or goat. I think it was a goat. It was a goat. You know, it was a goat skull with some meat on it, and that was sold for silver, man. You don't sell that type of thing, man. That was sold for silver. People were buying it to scavenge off the meat off of it. All right. There's some people that were eating shoes. All right, they're eating shoes, man. They're eating all types of things to try to appease their hunger. All right, and there was an account with a woman with her child. I forgot the age of the child. I think it was of a year. I'm not entirely sure. But she decided to cook her child and cut half the child up and eat it that one day, and then eat it the next time. So she killed the child, cut up the child, cook half the child, and wrap up the child for later. And I believe it was zealots.
These cutthroats.
It was cutthroats. I thought it was zealots. Yeah, that was zealots. They had different names, like cutthroats and shit like that, because they're known for cutting throats, literally. And they smelt a very foul smell. They smelt something. And they went into her house, you know, and they were trying to find out what it was, you know, and I believe she told them, and some of the men couldn't even hold it. They were like disgusted, like, oh, what type of thing, you know. And she said like she was dying with them, you know. She split half of the baby with him, and the men were like, nah. And I forgot the rest of the story, but like, yo, it's gonna get real bad out here, man. These people are gonna be eating their own coats, you know. You're gonna be eating your own toenails, your own fingernails, to appease your hunger. You may laugh at it now, but when you're in that situation, it ain't gonna be happy. It ain't gonna be a laughable moment. You're gonna eat your children, man. You know, a lot of you people are gonna be eating your children. You know, a lot of people are gonna be cutting off pieces of your own body and eating it. Your fingers, your hands, your feet. You're gonna look at your. It's gonna be like SpongeBob's. You're gonna look at the other person. You're gonna look like a giant burger. You're gonna be drooling, man.
There was an episode, I think it was the Walking Dead, and it had
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They had that one person in that whole group that had missing limbs, and that person is just a volunteer to get his body cut.
Oh, not
because the group gotta eat, and the person had to eat his own little.
Remember that part of like season? I think it was like season 3. Where it's like they were trying to find a place to go a refuge at. They heard of this thing on radio or whatever to go to this one facility that is safe. It's a safe zone. They're trying to build up civilization there. And when they got there, it seemed good. It seemed good. You know, it seemed good until they saw the
so with the beach guns,
I know. It just got my attention. This is not a newscast. It seemed good until they saw the dark part of it, you know. And the people were eating other people, man. Hanging them on you know how they hang
The meat's on
the
hook.
cattle and shit like that on the hooks and shit like that, split them open and stuff. That's how they had the people. And mark our words, man. Mark our words. That's going to happen. People are going to be eating each other in these coming days. There's going to be so much death on the street. Do you want some people to get that bodies laid out as dung on the streets? Oh, I think that was also in 2nd Ezra chapter 16 as well. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 22. It says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." If somebody want to get that scripture, it was in the dug of the street, so you could get it's better it is to be slain with the sword than to be slain with hunger. It says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. The dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. The earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down." I'm gonna continue a little bit more on that. You find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can read it.
It's Limitations chapter 4 verse
The
9.
limitations, man. Remember what it says in Ezekiel? What it was written therein and within and without. Limitations, warning, and woe. You know?
This is Limitations chapter 4 verse 9. It says that they that be slain with the sword is better than they be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for the man, I don't know what's going on with me, so I suck it.
It happens. It happens.
For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field.
Yep. They're stricken through like they have that desire. You know, they don't got the, you know, they don't got the ability to do it. You know? Let me continue with this. It says, "There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it." There you go. That goes hand in hand with it. "There shall be no man to till the earth and to sow it. And the trees shall give fruit. Who shall gather them? Grapes shall ripen. Who shall tread them? For the places shall be desolate of men. So that one man shall be desired to see another and to hear his voice. For of the city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves, in the clefts of the rocks, as in the orchards of the olives. Upon every tree there shall be left 3 or 4 olives. And as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 of them left that search their houses with the sword." And you can see that even in The Walking Dead. Searching their houses with the sword. Searching random houses with the guns and shit like that. Looking through the rooms. They heard something. You know? Turning around the fucking guns. You with the flashlights and shit. You know? You know, continuing, it says, "And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel through them. Therethrough the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, and the women shall mourn, having no husbands, and their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things, and understand them, ye servants of Yahweh." You know, and just thinking about that, you know, that's gonna happen during the fact and after the fact. After Israel, after the 1/3 of Israel saved, starting with the 144,000, you know, are gonna be delivered up by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. What happens after that? Nobody knows, because we're gonna be glad we're in the chariots. We don't want to know what the hell is happening over here. But the scriptures talk about it. That's what's going to happen. Everything's going to be desolate and men. America, over here, it's going to be a giant fiery pit. So that you know damn sure there isn't going to be anybody over here. You know? It's going to be a pit. The people over here are either going to become are either going to become ash, or they're going to be ghouls for a little bit, and then they die.
And they survive a little bit because it really, if you really think about it, there's no point in this kingdom. There's no point if they're gonna dig out the ground and put a bunker, you know, to survive. Once they run out of food, and in the days goes by, still that nothing has really changed. They're going to be forced to come out of there to look for more food.
Exactly.
And they're going to find a way.
That shit ain't gonna. The radiation ain't going away. It ain't going away for a long ass time.
I kind of got that vibe, like, oh shit. Just imagine, like, after all that shit happened in the other countries and stuff, right? They're like, what happened to America? And they're like, America's no longer there. Just gone. America's gonna become the forbidden zone.
These bunkers, they're able to withstand a nuclear blast. Keyword, blast, not plural. They can't withstand nuclear blasts.
When you get hit by thermonuclear repeatedly in that same land, you know it's going to cause a melt. It's going to keep melting.
Yeah,
it's going to be just splashing on.
You see how big a crater one nuke can create? Imagine multiple nukes hitting the same spot.
Yeah, that's the same. This entire place is going to be a pit, man. This is going to be a fiery pit.
I think sometime last week there was a video. It was recommended by Bosses to Office.
Yeah.
And it was infographics. You're familiar with infographics, channel?
Yeah.
It's like animated.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and this one is about a meteor about to hit the earth, but you know, use it in your own spiritual sense, you know, because obviously it's still going to be fire.
These nuclear bombs are hotter than the surface of the sun, so they're going to have a big ass, a huge ass explosion, and you do not want to be there to see it. You do not want to be there to see it.
In that video,
man, America's going to become a forbidden zone.
In that video, it shows when the meteor actually hits. It's no different than when the nuke's gonna hit in Babylon. And it showed a family in the bunker. And meanwhile, there were people trying to knock them on their head. I know you're from more space than us,
And it's just
and
like
you know, and Esau had to do, you know, he had to do what he had to do. He had to, because they fell in danger. He had to shoot some people. He had to shoot the neighbors. You know, and of course they stayed in the bunker after it happened, and then after not really the smoke cleared, it kind of calmed down a little bit. They had to come out, and it was all wasteland. They couldn't find no food. They had to wander off, and you know how the video ends, and we already know what's going to happen from there, because there's no hope.
Kind of remind me of that movie. I don't know if it was a nuclear war or an asteroid.
Unless you're talking about The Road.
Is that the movie with the dad and his son?
Yeah, it was. It's The Road. It was nuclear.
I still have that scene in my memory of that.
Oh, that was the most realistic nuclear.
That was the most
nuclear movie.
Yeah, that scene.
Yeah.
Is that what scene you're talking about?
Yeah.
I never watched it. It's him and his son.
You should see
his son stole their. What did he steal?
He hasn't seen it. He hasn't seen it. He said he's gonna watch it now.
That is the most depressing.
Yeah, that movie
kind of
depressing.
Really dark.
That was the most
movie
accurate fucking movie, man.
And it's recommendable to see.
Yeah, that was accurate.
It had that Skyrim. I mean, not that Fallout, but more darker brown style.
It had a gray. It was gray. It was very gray.
It was gray. It was like gray and brown.
But they found
gray. It's like a very gloomy day.
They found a sweet spot in the movie.
So it's like
they had to deal with some
mist filter.
cannibalism.
Wait, there were still people alive?
There were some people alive.
Some.
They were willing to eat people.
Just like the scripture say, out of a city, 10 shall be left. That's how it was. And I believe they were in the city. But they started leaving the city. And didn't find that much people. But when they found people, it's like Fallout. You don't know what kind of people they are. Are they raiders?
Super mutants?
Are they? No, there's no mutants or anything.
anything like that.
I know.
Are they raiders? Are they people who just kill other people just like that and take their belongings? What are they?
Yeah, there's also nothing.
That movie.
Can you get that? Oh, slide here. Can you get that scripture talking about the destroying winds?
There's another scene in that movie. I think it was the woman and her child running in the forest from these.
Oh
bandits.
yeah.
That movie has some.
All right, what was it?
The movie started the same way and ended the same way. It had no spoilers. It was just there was no spoilers.
Destroying wind, right?
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, that's it.
Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 1. It says, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise against me, a destroying wind.
That destroying wind is referring to the ICBMs. And ICBM stands for Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. Alright? Intercontinental, alright? Ballistic Missile. Or AKA nuclear bomb. Continue, Baba Kasha.
This is, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that will fan her, and shall empty her land.
It shall empty her land. Continue.
For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
Yep, in the day of trouble, referring to the beast hating the whore. You know, all these nations are going to start hating the whore too. You know, you got the beast. You know, which is ultimately the EU and NATO. All right, and then you got all the other rest of the nations that also have nuclear bombs because of their allies. You know, and all of them are going to be shooting missiles towards Babylon the Great. Even though it might be weaker than some other nations, a nuke is a nuke. A nuke is a nuke.
And you know what they say?
Look at Hiroshima. That was just a small nuke.
Yeah.
There was a movie called the Sum. I think it's called The Sum of All Fears. There was a movie about that, and they made a comment in that movie that said, "What's more dangerous? A nation that has multiple nukes, or one person that carries one nuke?"
One person that carries one.
He said, "What's more dangerous? A nation that has multiple nukes, or one person to carry one?" You know the answer to that.
You know what the hell that person's gonna do.
But you gotta look at it more in a different perspective. You see North Korea.
Remember how the scripture
North Korea
says?
don't got much of it. They don't got much, but they're willing.
Yeah. You know how the scriptures say, talking about beat your plowshares to swords. You know, let the weak say I am strong. Remember how the scriptures talk about how you become as weak as we? You know, now when they see America, they're gonna see America how it truly is. And now the nations are starting to see now the nation's starting to see how big of America is as a bully, man.
They also see the this so-called the spirit of America is weak, really weak.
Yeah,
they want to.
I don't know if this is off topic, but about Trump and Biden with the shit. You know how people go
Was the leadership on
the leadership and some shit, and because I'm just seeing a lot of shit like Trump was a good president. Look at him shaking hands. It shows him shaking hands with all these kind of presidents, and I'm always thinking like, even if Trump was still president, the outcomes will still be the same.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
So there's nothing they can do about it.
And who's going to lead the forefront to that World War III? Man?
Probably.
It's Russia. Russia is. Remember how the scriptures? Pastor Hard mentioned it again. The word Russia is Hebrew, which is was it Rashar? I forgot how it goes. It means chief prince. The fucking land means that. You gotta be kidding me.
And who's gonna lead the military from the U.S.? Some general that wears a skirt. Because literally,
Yeah, you're right.
Literally.
Yeah, he wears a fucking skirt and got high heels and shit.
It's a general that
Yo!
you can't tell if it's a general.
I think the main force is going to be Russia, and the secondary force is going to be China.
Yo, what the fuck, man?
Because China and Russia are two big ass countries.
China just sniffing behind.
China is behind
Babylon.
Russia's ass right there.
Oh no, China.
Eat them in general.
China wants to be next. China wants to be next, man.
I got
So-
next nation.
China's an
You know?
opportunist. China,
That's
yo,
what it is.
Moab is an opportunist, man.
He's a wannabe.
That's
Yeah,
why.
he's a Edom wannabe.
That's
When it comes to pride, China, Moab is right there, right behind Edom.
Because he
That's
had
why I
a
said China's right behind Russia's ass. China's just watching it.
When the ICBMs are being shot to the ends of the earth, and mainly to America, Babylon the Great, America's going to be shooting their own missiles to Russia, to China, you know. Oh, and Japan too.
I was looking for that one scene from the movie. There's a movie called Crimson Tide. I don't know if you heard about it. Crimson Tide.
I heard something about that, but I don't remember.
One of the actors in there is Denzel Washington, the one who played on that movie, The Book of Eli. And he was making a speech, and he said that when the missiles are flying from one end of the earth and the other one from the other end of the earth, one from America and one from Russia, it will be as birds fly. It's the way he said that. You
That's
know?
why. That's why the.
Oh, remember I was
Terminator.
just talking about it in Joel. It's like soldiers in array,
Exactly.
and they should not break their rank. Yep.
Yeah,
They should not break their rank.
How about just give it?
You see it in sorry, you see it in Terminator Genesis.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna mention that. I said
Yeah.
that Albert just gave me the scene. The scene
With
when you
the-
told
with
me
the
about
kid.
the birds flying up, but the kid in the airplane.
Here in the airplane, looking out the window, you see the missiles going like right past each other.
You see, of
Yeah,
course,
same time.
you see Jake like always having a good time with the barbecue and all
'Cause
that.
that's all they want to think about
You
is
know?
having a good time, man.
You know. And at the last minute, that smile turned into a frown.
Yeah, it turned into despair,
You know.
like
That was it.
shit.
You see the Golden Gate Bridge.
Remember how
Like,
this?
boom, they get
Yo.
all messed up.
You know how Yahweh says, man, there should not be peace unto the wicked, man. You know? Alright.
What's up?
I got something. Let me make it simple. This is Ezekiel 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
Yep. It will come to pass, man. You know? Because we're not speaking of our own words. We're speaking from the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Alright? So we're gonna close up. Alright?
So like you wanna.
You got precept? I have one. You got precept? Read it.
This is the one you gave me earlier.
Does it apply? I know you are holding it, but does it apply now?
Second, never.
Alright,
If
this
it feels important, just bring it up.
is.
I mean, if the reason I'm saying that if it applies tonight, because he might have a whole different precept.
Second.
That's on a whole different topic.
That's true.
I'm just gonna bring out the 20. This is Amos chapter 5 verse 20. It's the shall the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it.
Yeah, you can read that.
Bro,
It applies.
repeat it, right?
Huh? Yeah, you read it.
Right, this is Amos chapter 5 verse 20. It says, shall the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it.
I thought. You read that.
This is Amos 9 verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
Yep. In the eyes of the Lord, referring to the angels, the chariots, the angels within the chariots are keeping watch of this place. And he's going to destroy this sinful kingdom, referring to Babylon the Great, off the face of the earth. And that's through the way of what? Through the intercontinental ballistic missiles. And by the way of the chariots, by the way of the angels. You know, through ultimately through the hand of through his hand, which is Yahawashi. Yahawashi's going to come down. And he's going to bring that destruction, man.
And is there anything else we need?
Gosh, the angels, they're gonna bring the destruction to this kingdom too. Besides the ICBM, you know. So this whole place is gonna be just done, you know, because ICBM is gonna do some destruction.
The chariots aren't just gonna be here destroying things. They're gonna be all around the earth, just blowing up shit. You could have a chariot over there in fucking France with the Eiffel Tower and blast that shit.
But you know what it is? Because the chariot's pretty much gonna bring not just the blast, but they're also gonna bring precision to take down things.
Yeah,
take
right?
down a precision, like it's like a laser.
Yeah, I was imagining,
You know?
I was imagining the Eiffel Tower being blasted, right? And when the smoke is gone, you see the sidewalk and everything that's around it.
That has
and
gotta go too, you know.
And where the Eiffel Tower was, all of it's molten now. It's just molten. Everything's melting. You see it in the movies when somebody's shooting a laser with their eyes. What's left behind is just the area is just left behind with embers and fire and molten shit like that.
So it'll probably have like some melting metals or whatever, like sticking up. The chariot's gonna finish it up like there'll be nothing there, you know.
Yeah, these angels, they're gonna let loose. They're gonna let loose on their power, man. You know, by the order of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, these angels are gonna let loose.
It's gonna be all kinds of wonder. Like it reminds me of it's a video I seen. A lightning. It shows the after effects, but it's a lightning that hit a beach. But the blast stayed on the sand. It turned into glass.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
It just stayed like that.
It's cool.
Yeah, there was one. Yeah, Gears of War.
I just saw one recently.
No.
It was
There's one.
I just saw clips just recently. I would do videotaping outside his window because it was storming. I guess he thought it was cool. And he saw the lightning in the clouds. It was like so much lightning, and then the lightning struck like about two blocks down. Since he was in a higher building, he could see it. And the shit was like, bah! And the thing was like did that, you know, the thunder sound, right? And all the lights that were on just instantly shut off. And it left behind the giant embers, going like.
It's a lot of force.
Yeah.
It's precision.
Yeah. I was like thinking about it. Yo, that's the power of Yahweh.
Lightning is so quick.
That's just a little tiny amount of power.
Lightning is so quick. Your eyes can't even catch how many flashes of lightning. Because that's
how many strikes?
Multiple strikes in
how
one
many
lightning.
strikes it did in one go?
Here, look.
You play that shit in slow motion, and if you play it even slower than the slow motion that you saw, it striked even more than you thought.
Yo, another thing. This is probably off topic, but still on topic. Esau wants to fight the chariots, but he can't even outrun lightning.
Yeah, that's what the Apostle Paul said. That Esau's trying to fight the Most High with a pop gun. It's not even a gun. It's not even a Nerf gun. It's a pop gun. The bullet goes nowhere. It just comes off the gun.
You know what? It's not, man. It's not even a pop gun. It's a pretend toy now. Because
Pew pew.
pew 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 pew.
Oh
It might as well
it
be
just
that.
makes noise.
That's
It just makes noise.
He might as well
It's
make
only
noise
loud.
with his mouth because there's no context. There's no context at all.
Just don't do it. It's some fucking laser tag.
Yeah.
Ah, shit, man.
It's like a giant boulder. It's gonna fall on 𝐒𝐞𝐽𝐽𝐽𝐽. 𝐒𝐞𝐽𝐽𝐽 got nothing to do. He just sticks out an umbrella, small umbrella, go like this, and that boulder just crush him.
Or Tom and Jerry. He put a tombstone. He just accepted it.
He just accepted it.
He just accepted it.
I didn't know that happened.
Oh my gosh, there was another cartoon about that. Something coming out like a rocket or something, and he was like, he just tied himself on a pole and he blind himself up and get a cigarette.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Or the one where they're running and then they start running on midair,
Yeah.
and then they go like, and they look at the screen and they.
That's it.
Ah, shit, man. Alright, anybody else got a precepts?
Nah.
Because he already declared the end from the beginning.
Yep, exactly.
That's it.
Issa, you're fighting a lost battle. Our victory's already been declared. Like,
Maybe that's
bro.
why I'm into overpowered characters.
It's not just you. I think all of the. I think us and all the.
I really enjoy, because that's why I see Esau. I really enjoy when there's like a very thug-like person
who's all prideful
who's
and
all
shit
prideful
like
and
that.
shit until the overpowered guy shows up. Now they're just screwed.
Yeah, that's. I love that. I love that shit. Even though you already know the outcome of how it's gonna turn out. Every time every time the OP dude humbles the prideful ass person, it brings a smile to our face. Like,
if Esau would have been more aware that he's fulfilling prophecy, did you imagine how embarrassed Esau will be? It's like, that's it. I'm about to start World War III. That's it. I declare. And he'll look up, and the Heavenly Father's like, go ahead, play your part.
play your part.
Yes. I was supposed to do this? That was
Hey,
it.
you just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you just wanted to. What made you like that?
He signed us
Just
for
go
this.
do it.
Play his part, that's it.
Alright, how about you up in your house without Says. Alright. Kahalayava, Allah Hayanawa.
Yahweh Bashem Yahusha Bashem Kakwarash.
Alright. I want to once again give double honors to Master Elder Spirit Shalom, Shalom to all you brothers out there teaching truth and sincerity. I don't represent this. This case session was edifying to you brothers out there, you mother sisters. I'm going to leave it off with the Shema prayer. Shema Yasharala, Yahweh Hayanawa, Yahweh Achad,
Albarbo!
Shalom Bakim, Shalom.
Yeah, that was super edifying.